Good morning, students. Welcome back to the fourth session. I am Vinod Siddhanwar, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. So, subject Computer Fundamentals. This is for BA, BSc, BCom, third semester students, which will come under Vijayanagar Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Ballari. So, before starting with the today's session, we will first recap the previous class sessions. So from first three sessions we have learned about what are computers, definition of computers, and some of the early computers with examples, as well as, and we have learned about the generations of computers, that is 5 generations of computers in the previous classes with examples, right? So in this class we are going to start with the characteristics of computer and applications of computers, right? So objective is to make you to understand what are the special characters that make the computer good, means, and the applications which are used in day-to-day lives using the computer. And in the end of the session you can able to differentiate between the applications and characteristics, as well as how they are used and where they are used, right? So we will start with the session now, that is fourth session, characteristics of computer. First character is high speed. High speed means, for example, computers are used for calculation purpose and they can make calculations within a fraction of seconds. For example, if you give the very large calculation to a human person like us, andre ಯಾವುದೇ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ he will take time, means ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ it will take time. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ it will make the calculation within a fraction of seconds, provided we have inputted the correct program to the computer. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಎನಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ ಎನಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ವಿದಿನ್ ಅ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಸೊ we call the computer as very high speed computers, and we can differentiate between the high speed, low speed and super speed computers depending upon the configuration of the computers. But as compared to the human calculations, computers are far more faster than the human. And the speed of the computer can be calculated using the nanometer, nanosecond, microsecond and picoseconds. These are the measures which can measure the speed of the computer on which it is working on, right? Units are microseconds, picoseconds and nanoseconds. These are the units for measuring the speed of the computer. Now we will move on to the second characteristics, that is huge storage capacity. Nowadays we can store any type of data to the computer. For example, you can store any type of text material or audio material or video material, or you can store any applications, for example Android applications, or you can store any Windows application or iOS applications within your computers. Or you can also store the ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಸೇವ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ವರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್, ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್. You can store it in a computer and you can use it whenever you want and how many times you want, right? The storage capacity may vary, ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮನೇಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ವೇರಿ ಇನ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ರೈಟ್? It will vary depending upon the size we are using and specification that the computer holds, right? And it can store huge storage of capacity within the computer. Next, third character is accuracy. Accuracy means how accurate your computer can give you the result. For example, computer cannot make any error and it will give you 100% result. For example, human can make the calculation mistakes. Means by you cannot make 100% calculation correctly. Somehow you will miss the or miscalculate the result. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ 100% ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ 100% ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. But computer will make the result or solve the problem or make the calculation and give the 100% correct result. Because ಯಾಕೆ 100% ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆದು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ದ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಅಥವಾ before giving the input to the computer, please check the input so that you will get the correct result from the computer. So it will give you the accurate 100% result. Next is reliable. Reliable means, as we have seen in the accuracy point, computers will not make any errors, right? It will not make any errors until and unless you give the wrong input to the computer. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ that will give you the wrong result. Means input ನೀವು ರಾಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ result will also be a wrong. So how reliable means the programs written in the computer. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ it will not be reliable. But if you write the program correctly, then it will give you the correct result and it will be reliable 100%, right? Program correct ಆಗಿ ಬರೆದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ it will give you the 100% result all the time and it will be very reliable. Next is versatility. Versatility ಅಂತಂದರೆ we can use the computer in many sections or many institutes. For example, we can use the computer in home, we can use the computer for business purpose, we can use the computer for scientific calculation purpose, and we can use the computers for any company purpose, or you can also use the computer for software development, right? These are some of the areas where computers are used, and you can say that no industry is there without a computer. Means ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಆಗಲಿ, there should be minimal one computer ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, because it will reduce the human work. So all the industries, all the institutes, all the organizations are using the computer. So it is versatile so that it will be used in all the organizations or all the areas. So it is versatile. Next is repetitiveness. Repetitiveness ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ರಿಪೀಟೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ 100 times, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು 100 times ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ making the same calculation 100 times. So that is the main concept of computer. It will make the n number of repetitive calculations. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, it will make the calculations and give you, if you give same problem 1000 times, 2000 times or million times, it will give the exact correct result without getting tired, right? So that is the main characteristics of computer. Next is timeliness. ಟೈಮ್ಲೈನ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂತಂದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಸೀಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ ರೈಲ್ವೆ, ಬಸ್, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸೀಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಆ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 1% ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಶೋನ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಆ ಥರ ಜಂಬಲ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಟೈಮ್ಲೈನ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಶೋನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ತೋರಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ it will make the seat availability complication. So timeliness will be shown in the computers very exactly. So that is the character of computer. Next is automation ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಲೆಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಟೀಡಿಯಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಟೋಮೇಟೆಡ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೇಡ್ ದ ಬಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಬಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ರೈಟ್? ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಆಟೋಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಲೈಫ್. To make the automation we need the computer, and that is one of the characteristics of computer. And the last one is diligence. Diligence means computer will not feel tired, it will not get tired unless and until you give the correct amount of power connection to it and the cooling methodology, right? So if you want to make the computer run 24/7, you should give the power connection to the computer, and if some circuit get heated, you should provide some AC or cooling methods to make the computers runs forever, right? So it will not get tired until and unless you give the power connection to it, right? So that is the main reason of diligence, and it is one of the characteristics of computers, and these are the important characteristics of the computer, right? Hope you correctly got the characteristics. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is applications of computer. So first application, there are many applications of computer. We will see one by one now. First application is how computers are used at home. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ನ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಇಮೇಲ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಮೇಲ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ PowerPoint presentation or MS Word or MS Excel documentation or text files. To make some small documents we will use the computer, and as well as documentation we use for gaming purpose. To play the games we will use the computer, and to listen music or to watch the movies or videos we use the computer, and most important is to solve the homework. Nowadays, as the pandemic is running now, computers or tablets are making essential impact on education system, so that students are learning digitally and they need to submit their homework through computer or through email. So we can solve the homework through computer, and in the home we can use the computer or laptop for solving the homework. Next is photo printouts using good printers. ಹಿಂಗಂತಂದರೆ you can use the computer to give the printout of any good photography of yours or good scenery photo to make it use in any other documentation purpose. So computers are used to take the printouts with the help of printers. Next is work from home concept. You may be heard this, ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು. Nowadays mass gathering is not happening, so this concept of work from home concept is running successfully, so that all the employees of software development or any other companies are making the work from home using the computer or laptops in a home, and they will work with the office timelines, and they will work based on that, and they will submit the work to the company being in home only. They will not go to the office. ಅವರು ಮನೇಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮನೆಯಿಂದನೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ that their work should be considered in the office, right? That concept you will be working nowadays. Next application, how computers are used in education institutes. Andre, for example, no college or no school is available without a computer. You can say that because ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ, we need a computer, and so that all the college work, administrative work, as well as to make the students aware of basic knowledge of computer. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ all the schools and universities are having computers, and they are must now, because all the students should know the basic knowledge of computer. Next is to educate necessary skill demanded by the industry. This means now students we can take the industry demands, so that we can train the student on them. Means I will explain both the points now to give the demo or training and educate the necessary skills demanded by the industry in one point. That means industry will be having some standards. For example, they need some computer basic knowledge for some work. If we train that basic knowledge of computer in school or colleges only to the students, then their capability or their grasping power of working in the company or industry become very easier. So we will be training students in the school or college level only, so that they can work well in the companies, right? So for that purpose, school and colleges are using the computers. Next, to serve the purpose of teaching aids. Nowadays, as the online classes are started, teaching we are doing through the computer only, right? So that is the must. Aid means it is a tool. We are using the computer as a tool for making the students to understand through online classes, as I am taking right now. So I am also using the computer or laptop for teaching purpose. Next is to convey the message using the internet, right? Through internet we can convey the students, like at what time we are having classes, or at what time the results will be announced, and we can also make the website alive for students to fetch the notes or any kind of data related to their syllabus, right? Through internet we can convey any emails or any messages to the students, to the universities, or to the any directors about the college or about the students. So this is how computers are used in education institutes. Next is how computers are used in science area, right? First point is to analyze large data acquired over a period of time. This means we will analyze the data yearly, quarterly, or monthly, or 15 days, or even weekly. To make that analysis, we need data, so that data we will be collected in the computer. But to make the analysis of that computer through manually, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ಅನಲೈಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ he will take months to analyze the data. But that same data, if you give it to the computer, it will give you within a fraction of second the analysis on to you, right? So for that purpose, analysis of large data is done through the computer with a large specification of computer, with a having large speed, large huge storage, right? Next is to do complex floating point arithmetic. To do the complex floating point arithmetic means if you want to make the complex calculations, then that will be very difficult for human to make in a small period of time. Means he will make the, or he will give the correct answer, but he will take the, means he will take large amount of time. So that time is important. So to do that complex problem, we will give it to the computer only to process the data. Next is image processing. Image processing means, for example, to differentiate between the, if you have seen the Google Earth or Google Map, right? That is the good example of image processing. If you go to the Google Images, Google Map, it will give you the area which was covering the exact distance between the two cities, right? To make that, how much images have taken through satellite, to make that easy for us, right? That is the image processing which will be done in the science. That is one of the example. There are many examples for image processing. Next is for research purpose. You can make the use of computer in science area for research purpose in any categories, right? In satellite research, or in rocket research, or in any complex researches, we can use the computer. So these are some of the applications in science area. Next is in industry. In industry means to develop the softwares. To develop the software, mostly to automate the manual work. Why softwares are developed? To make the, or to automate the manual work of the computer. Not only to automate the manual work, there are some applications which are also available for making the purchase and buy also, right? That is e-commerce. You may be heard of softwares like Flipkart, Amazon, all those are e-commerce sites, and you can also make the bookings through IRCTC booking or Redbus like, and you can also make the payments through SBI or HDFC online banking, right? Those are some of the softwares in all the areas, but mainly to automate the manual work, right? Next is to provide the necessary solution to the client needs. And if the client wants some software to automate his office, or he want to make the billing correctly. For example, in hotels, you may be seen that if you give just the product name, for example, idli or dosa, he will give the exact bill for that with the help of machine. That is also made with the help of software. That is one of the example. Means the client will give the exact need of that product, and that for that industry will give the exact software. Next, software developed for the need of the networking, banking, business. As I was saying, the software is developed for all the areas like networking, banking, business, retail, e-commerce. You can take any area, software will be developed for each of the areas. Next application is the most important one, that is entertainment. This is a industry where most of the softwares are developed, right? First is music industry, right? For example, you may be heard Savan. It is also an application for listening music. YouTube for watching movies, or you can also use Amazon Prime, Netflix. There are some multiple applications where you can get entertainment through the internet, right? For that also some computers, all the computers are used with the help of some applications. Gaming purpose, entertainment is not only included listening to music or watching. You can also play the games, or you can also play the smaller games or complex game with the help of computers, right? Next is movies to watch and create. To watch the movies you will use the computer. To create the movies also you will use the computers. For example, you may be seeing the movie called Titanic. In that, for that movie they have used almost 200 Linux machines in parallel to create the visualization. Means that movie is very beautiful. To make it that attractive, they have used, or they have worked on that almost 200 computer to make that movie visualization that perfect. That is the one of the example which from where a movies can be created. You may also see the one of the recent movie called Bahubali. For that VFX effects also made through the computer only. Next is to make the cartoon or special effects, we also use the computer nowadays to promote their products. Means if you are watching any video on YouTube, there will come the advertisement or a promos. That promos also made through the computer, so that their product will be sold very easily. So these are the some of the applications which are used as a entertainment. Next is in the banking sector. This is the very secure application. We can say that this one is a very secure application, because here the money is included, right? First one is to store, access, modify huge amount of data. This means in banking sector it does not only include the purpose for storing the money. They will store the customer data also. For example, each customer will be having their unique address, their Aadhaar details, their PAN card details. That needs to be stored in a particular fashion, so that it will not be hacked, or it should not be exposed to the others. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಧಾರ್ ನಂಬರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸು, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಟು ಸೀನ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ್. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಆ ಡೇಟಾಯಿಂದ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಟು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ they will use the computers. Next, online business called e-business is coming popular with a small amount of limitations. For example, nowadays we can make the payment through e-businesses, that is e-commerce sites. Means online payments through e-banking or online banking, mobile banking, right? So to do that we need a computer. Next, paying will become very easy and time saving. Nowadays we can pay any amount of data. For example, if you want to drink tea also, you can pay through the QR code through Paytm or PhonePe. You can use any option which are connected to the banking, and you can pay any amount of data within a fraction of a second through computers only, or tablets, phones, and those are also called as a small sections of computer only. Next, online promotion. Online promotion means promoting about loans and about the offers which are on bikes loan or a home loan or a land loan, or you can also give the mutual fund promotions through the online through computer only. Next is Government sector. As I was saying, automation was happening in all the sections. In the government section, we are using biometric attendance monitoring. All the employees' details will be stored in the biometric attendance, so that all the employees are correctly coming to the college or coming to the office, so that they can maintain a office environment correctly. Next is weather forecasting military applications. Weather forecasting means when the rain is coming to which city at what particular time. For example, you may be heard the rain will continue to next until 2 week or 1 week, 1 days, 2 days in some particular area. That prediction will be done using the weather forecasting. Next is military applications. This is a very secure and very huge application because it includes life. Means they need to fight in the military, so that all the data will be kept confidential and it is very secure to the world, and they will make the application so that it will be useful for only military people, not the others. Next is e-governance. E-governance means in all the applications. For example, if you want to see any online courses, or you want to apply for any courses in some particular college, then that can be done using the e-governance, and also you can pay the tax through e-governance, and you can also make the online classes or online seminars through e-governance only, right? There are many applications which government are using. Next, online payment of taxes. As I was saying, you can pay the taxes or insurance through the online only using the computer. Next, send message virtually unreliably places at a present. Means you can send huge amount of, or you can send n number of messages to any sector or any employees sitting in one computer, and we can send any messages to others with the help of computer. Next, wireless company. As you can see, wireless communication means, as you can see, nowadays laptops are using only wireless communication, and you can connect through the Wi-Fi, and you can send any data, or you can communicate with the people through wireless only. Right? These are some of the applications which government are using. So until now we have learnt about some of the applications which are used in day-to-day life, and also some of the characters which include the computer's importance. Right? So summaries, in this session we are able to know about the characteristics of day-to-day use of applications and characteristics of the computers. Hope you understood. Now this session will be end here, and we will start with the quiz now. First question: which of the following is not an characteristic of computer? First option, diligence. Second option, automation. Third, virus. Fourth, high speed. Any guesses? Answer is virus. Virus is not a characteristics of computer, as we have seen in this session. Next is, which of the following is not an application of computer? Option A, in business. Option B, in industry. Option C, in banking. Option D, in accuracy. Any guesses? Yes, answer is accuracy. Accuracy is not an application, it is a characteristics. Right? Next is, if you have any doubts, or if you want to learn more about this topic, you can go to the Computer Concept and C Programming by P.B. Kotur or Computer Fundamentals by Halkar Rachappa. You can refer any of the book for more information. Thank you so much for your patience. Be in home, be safe, learn digitally. Thank you.